Instagram algorithm change number one is that your location setting is not helping you get more views or get more reach on Instagram. In fact, if you're using a location setting, it could be destroying your reach. Like this creator right here, they used it and destroyed their reach. But this creator right here actually did it the right way. And whether or not you do it the right way or the wrong way is going to determine how many views you end up getting. Because if you're using a location that is really small or doesn't have a lot of reach or is a really small city, guess what ends up happening? It restricts the amount of people that Instagram is actually going to show your content to. But if you use it correctly, because the post was really good, or because the location that you chose had something to do with the post, then it could actually increase the amount of reach. Essentially, what you need to be judging is whether or not the people in that location would be interested in the content you're creating. And if they're not going to be, well, guess what? You need to make sure that you get rid of that location as quickly as humanly possible because it's only destroying your reach right now. And this is only one of the few mistakes that I see so many creators making when it comes to the Instagram algorithm right now. You're also probably creating content on the wrong topics. You're using hashtags the wrong way, and you're messing up two other things I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video that make all the difference if you're a small account trying to grow on Instagram right now. In fact, if you do start adapting to the latest algorithm changes I'm going to share with you in this video, it could skyrocket the reach that you're getting. Like this creator that just made the changes and get over 100,000 followers in just 30 days. And this creator made them gain over 70,000 followers. The same exact thing can happen to you so long as you don't skip any of these changes. The second thing that you need to make sure that you're changing are the descriptions that you're writing within your posts. You need to be writing at least 150 to 300 words in your descriptions. If you're not, well then you're ruining two things for Instagram. One, you're ruining the ability for you to be able to get replays on your videos. If you don't know what replays are, it's when somebody watches your video more than one time. And the more times that this happens, the more views that you get. And the easiest way that you could get this to happen is you need somebody reading the description and not actually watching your piece of content. Because if they're doing that, hopefully it takes longer to read the description than it would to watch a piece of content, and boom, you end up getting more reach from that. Or you could be ruining Instagram's ability to use the metadata that you're providing in your description. The keywords that you put in your description are gonna make a drastic difference when it comes to how many views you end up getting or how easily Instagram is able to show your content to new people, especially if you're trying to break into a new niche or if you're a small account that's been struggling to grow. I can pretty much guarantee that you've probably been messing up the metadata that you're putting in your descriptions. As a result, Instagram just doesn't know who to show your content to. So what they end up doing, showing your content to the wrong people or only to your followers. And that is why you're losing followers right now or not gaining followers as quickly as your competitors are. In addition to that, you need to make sure that you're including a call to action in your description because including a call to action can increase the amount of engagement that you're getting by 5x. In fact, there are very specific call to actions you should be asking for. You shouldn't ask somebody to save your piece of content. You shouldn't ask somebody to like your piece of content. Instead, you need to be focused on getting people to share your content or getting somebody to comment on your content. In specific, what you need to be implementing right now is a comment to DM automation. If you don't know what that is, it's what this creator did right here to go viral, and it's what this creator did right here to go viral. On top of that, both of these creators were able to make a ton of money from these posts because they got tons of leads from it. And today's video sponsor, ManyChat, makes this incredibly easy. Not only are they gonna help you make more money from Instagram, but also they're gonna help 5x the engagement that you're currently getting. And if you go to the pinned comment below, you could get 30 days free access to ManyChat, or you could get a 30-day free trial to their Pro plan. And their Pro plan has 3 core features that are gonna help you increase the amount of money that you make on Instagram and the amount of engagement that you're getting. Using ManyChat, on average, has been known to increase people's engagement by up to 5x. And the reason for that is you can get people to comment, and then what happens is they automatically get sent a DM with a link or something that you were trying to give to them. And a big mistake I see a lot of creators making on Instagram right now is they're telling people to go to their link in bio or telling people to go to a link. And if you do this, it destroys the amount of engagement that you get on Instagram. Instead, what you need to be using is comment to DM automation, which is why you see so many people on Instagram telling people to comment below a specific word, and then they'll send them a free resource or link because this skyrockets the amount of engagement that you get, skyrockets the amount of reach that you get, and it helps you make more sales on Instagram. On top of that, ManyChat makes it super easy to start a conversation with your audience by prompting them on different questions that they can ask on your profile. And best of all, ManyChat is a Meta-approved partner, so you don't have to worry about any of the engagement that you're getting being fake or you being penalized for too many people commenting on your posts. So what are you waiting for? Go to the pinned comment below and register for free access to ManyChat today or get 30-day free trial to any of their Pro features. Now, I will warn you, there are 3 other algorithm changes that you need to make sure that you're paying attention to because these are really going to make a big difference. Now, what you can do on Instagram is if you go and do a search for a hashtag and you click into that hashtag, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see trending accounts, you're going to see trending reels, you're going to see trending posts, and you're going to be able to see trending audios. So essentially what you're able to do now is look at the top hashtags that people are using within your niche or that you are already using within your niche, and boom, you're going to be able to see exactly what is trending under them. So if you want to get more views, you need to make sure that you're pairing the right hashtags with the right sound, with the right type of content, like they're literally giving you the data on how to do so. And if you're not already doing this, you need to make sure that you're doing it because using the right trending sounds and especially using the right type of trending posts is going to skyrocket your reach right now. In addition to that, I really want to emphasize something that you need to be paying closer attention to when you're creating content for Instagram, and that is that most people on Instagram are just scanning for things. So you need to actually have something that sticks out or that they want to learn about or they want to see more of. And this is why the hook in your piece of content is so very important. But on top of that, you need to make sure that your description is really easy to read. If you have 150 to 300 words in your description, but it's all just one blob, that's not easy to read. I would space it out sentence by sentence. I would also make sure that your content is very, very clear. What is somebody going to get from your content in the first 3 seconds? Or even how can you display that in the first second when somebody is scrolling through Instagram? On top of that, how do you make sure that whatever you're posting about or whatever shows in the first 1 second on your post is something that is actually going to attract your ideal audience? And the only way that you can figure this out is by having a swipe file of really good hooks within your niche. If you don't know what a swipe file is, essentially what it is whenever you're scrolling through Instagram and you find something that made you stop and say, whoa, what was that? You need to make sure that you save that post. And then when you go to create content, you can go and look through all those and see how you could do that for your niche, or maybe you found ones that were specifically for your niche. And then as a result, you're just gonna be able to take that, implement that into your own content, and boom, this is gonna skyrocket the amount of people that actually end up watching your content through the first second or the first 3 seconds. Then guess what ends up happening? The Instagram algorithm is gonna push out your content like crazy to your ideal audience. On top of that, you need to make sure that you're getting your audience to share your content, because if your audience isn't sharing your content, well, then you're probably not eliciting an emotional response from them, and this could actually highlight something that you're doing wrong within your content. There are really only 3 types of emotions you could give somebody when they're watching on Instagram. The first one is going to be LOL, I need to share this with somebody that will think this is funny. The second is OMG, I can't believe that happened, I need to show somebody. And then third, wow, I can't believe they did that. And this is typically around some type of news. And again, this is going to get somebody to share that content. So what you need to be doing is you need to start with the emotion that you're trying to create. Then you need to choose the topic, and then you need to choose your hook. Because here's the deal. If somebody doesn't make it through the first 3 seconds of your post, guess what they're never going to see? The middle of your post, the end of your post, or anything like that, which is why you need to be hyper focused on the first 3 seconds of your post. In fact, if you created a post on Instagram recently and it didn't do as well as you thought it should do, what you should do is change the first 3 seconds. Maybe the text on the screen that you used wasn't good. Maybe your opening line wasn't good, or maybe you didn't actually show them something on the screen. In fact, there are 3 core things that you need to be focused on within your hook on Instagram. The first one is going to be a visual hook. The second, going to be an audio hook. And then third, you need to have some type of text on the screen hook, because if you're not doing those 3 things together, then that's probably why people aren't watching or sharing your posts. Now this brings me to the last and most important thing that you could be focused on when it comes to Instagram right now, and that is that you need to make sure that you're creating trending content. And no, I'm not talking about dancing, or I'm not talking about doing some broad trend. I'm talking about the trends that are happening specifically within your niche, because here's the deal. If somebody within your audience engages with one of these trends, then they see the trend 2 or 3 times. I mean, I bet that you've probably experienced this. The posts that you see on Instagram are similar to posts that you saw last time on Instagram, and then every few times you come on Instagram, you see totally new stuff. Well, you need to be creating content because your audience is experiencing the same thing, and there are 3 ways that you can create trending content right now. First one is to have a list of your competitors. Go through them and see which posts are getting them more views than they have followers. And please, don't just look at your biggest competitors, because then you're gonna see posts that got 100,000 views, but they have 500,000 followers, so it's not actually something that's trending. The second thing that you could do is use the hashtag strategy that I shared with you earlier. And as a reminder, literally, you wanna do a search for a hashtag, you click into it, and now you're going to be able to see exactly what audios are trending, what posts are trending, what reels are trending, and what accounts are trending. And this is going to help you find those big competitors within your niche. And then finally, what you need to do is I would recommend setting up a burner account. What your burner account should do is only engage with people within your niche. You should be following people within your niche, liking their content, saving their content, sharing their content. You literally just have to click the share button. You don't actually have to share it with somebody because that would be weird. Now what's going to happen is you are only going to see trending content in here, and all you're going to get is content specifically designed for new creators within your niche. And if you start creating content based off of this, it's going to skyrocket your reach. Or remember, your hooks need to be the same, your formats need to be the same, your pacing needs to be the same, and your length definitely needs to be the same. And then you also need to keep in mind that 95% of your followers on Instagram are going to come from 5% of your posts. What does this mean? That the far majority of creators on Instagram right now that get over 10,000 followers, it happens from one single post, but it might have taken them 50, 60, or even 100 posts in order to get that one post. So please make sure that you're being patient. On top of that, if you want to learn how I can look at your Instagram account and tell you everything you need to do differently, like what time you should be posting, what hashtags you should be using, or even what type of content you should be creating or how to create your content differently, well, please check out this video right here, which explains exactly how I can personally help you grow quicker on Instagram. In fact, I just helped this creator gain 100,000 followers and this creator gain 70,000 followers, and I don't want you to miss out.